Hi creatures, I'm Shira and we are all creatures of nature, and Deborah is plastic. Only human. Okay, excuse me everyone, quiet on set, so sorry, that's just how that is. We just have a quick stop here on our journey of uncovering how the American political parties got to be like how they are, so we can understand and overcome our polarization. Definition intermission, if you will. Yeah, talking about what words mean is so crucial at this time for us to begin to understand what we're talking about. Why? Because we all have differing definitions and meanings of words. So we could think we're talking about the same thing, but because of our different definitions, we're not really talking about the same thing at all. To help us decode, we start with dictionary definition and then look at how the word or these words have evolved.
Disclaimer, I don't define myself as a liberal. I'm trying to get to the root of our division and understand what's happening, so I need to know what these words mean / what we think they mean. I think it's important is all.
Liberal, liberty, libertarian. All trace their etymology to liber, a root from Latin that means free. One of the first recorded instances of liberal occurred in 1375 when it was used to describe the liberal arts in the context of an education desirable for a free-born man. Some definitions of liberal aren't always the political liberal, they're the subject of liberal arts. Liberal, a political philosophy based on belief in progress and stressing the essential goodness of the human race, freedom for the individual from arbitrary authority, and protection and promotion of political and civil liberties. So while we may not call ourselves liberals, hang on, stay with me, I am getting to something, I promise. Find out what it is. So while we may not call ourselves liberals, the vast majority say that they stand for human rights, equality of humans, freedom of speech, just freedom in general as a concept. But what is freedom? Liberty means different things to different people, but most of us say yes. Most of us say yes to these things that are under the definition of liberal, and many do not jive with the term at all, as labels and isms cause division, and humans are too complex and multifaceted for such labels. As mentioned, we say we want freedom, but we have different definitions of what that is. Given that fact of different definitions come with different humans, someone or some folks have called themselves liberal, and we don't like them. We don't like them for whatever reason, and since they said they're liberal, and we don't like the people themselves, we then say we don't like liberal because we think that liberal means that one liberal's heavy on the person who said that they're liberal, we don't like their traits or ideas, and we equate that with liberalism. What they were talking about, who they were, wasn't the definition of liberal, but then we start to think liberal equals the people that we don't like. Do you see what happened there? Let me know if we were following. The world's early connection with the classical education of a medieval university soon gave way to a proliferation of different denotions and connotations. Liberal could refer to free in bestowing as early as 1387, made without stint in 1433, freely permitted in 1530, and free from restraint in the 16th and 17th centuries. The 16th century Kingdom of England, liberal could have positive or negative attributes in referring to someone's generosity or indiscretion. People began to question the role of the state and the established church. They argued for liberty for all, based on equal rights and dignity of every person. For liberty that is stated by John Locke, often regarded as the father of liberalism. The year 1776, of course, also saw the publication, one of the most famous pieces of liberal libertarian pieces of writing, the American Declaration of Independence, which concisely laid out Locke's analysis of the purpose and limits of government. Definition time. Yeah. A republic means a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. And back in the day, with whispers held by some now, republicanism, to be free of monarchy, is aligned with liberalism. That there is what we mean. We say Republicans used to be liberal, which is a statement that might really catch you off guard. That statement comes from these definitions. So given the definitions here, also by these definitions, republic and liberalism are opposites of totalitarianism and fascism. Republic, liberal. The definitions here of republic, liberal are direct opposites of the definition of monarchy. So it's so interestingly baffling to me how the Republican Party has changed more recently to seemingly be more in favor of the opposite of the original Republic Party. I wish to talk with Republicans of all ages. Like, I'd be really interested in what older Republicans think about how the party has changed. So the question is, the original definition of liberal, very similar to the original definition of republic. Do those still have the same meaning today? The dictionary definition is the same, but people use direct opposite definitions of those same words. So what does it mean? I take a large portion of my definitions, what I mean when I say words, from the dictionary in an attempt to sort of simplify or unify. What about you? Where do your definitions of words come from? I strongly feel that this little definition intermission is a useful note on our quest in understanding and overcoming our polarization, as there was once a time when I was a little kid where folks on either side of the aisle would work together. Yeah, and now as I'm older, I haven't really been seeing that, to say the least. So we're getting to that time in recent, not so long ago history of partisan cooperation. We'll be talking about that in upcoming videos, which I'm very eager for, so stay tuned up for that. I'm sure there will be more definition intermissions. So how was this one? Please let us know. Thank you so much. And catch us as we return to our previously scheduled program. Okay, creatures of nature, until next time, much love to you, and I hope you love you too. Toodles!